Do you acknowledge, Andrew, that the Jews are actually in an extermination war for their survival right now?
Yeah, I would say that they're in a war for survival, sure.
Okay, so do you also acknowledge that if they don't have the support that they need, the other side wants to exterminate them, which you just acknowledged, basically, and that they could be exterminated as a result?
Even if I were, let's just say, I'll just grant the whole thing. So I'll just grant for the sake of argument that if the United States were to pull out support from Israel tomorrow, that the nation would be exterminated. Let's just grant it, right? As horrible as this is, nobody wants to see anything like this. That's still not an ought for why Christians have to support them, Ridvan. It's still not an ought claim. You're still not making the moral ought claim for why Christians have some moral duty to step in on behalf of a secular Zionist state that has religious components that wants to name Antichrist. Can we please get to that?
Do you acknowledge that if Israel is destroyed and the Jews are eradicated in the region, this will lead to the reestablishment of the historical enemy of Christianity?
It could.
Which also led to the demise and destruction of Orthodox Christians in the East.
It could, but also it could. Listen, I'll give you the logical acknowledgement. It could. Can you give me the logical acknowledgement that Western nations can also prevent this from happening even if Israel's not there? Logically.
They can't, actually.
Logically, they can't.
They actually
no,
can't.
no, Ridvan, listen. Not saying that it would be the case.
There would be
only that logically it could be the case.
There would be an extremely low likelihood. It's
okay,
ridiculous
great,
to even
great.
talk about
But so it's
why are we talking about it?
Then it's a false binary.
Is there a fantasy?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that Christians would actually go there and take over?
If you grant that there's other possibilities just with lower likelihood, then you're admitting you're engaging in the fallacy of a false binary.
So then let's do this.
That's it.
Let's do this. If the Jews in the region are destroyed, do you think it is much more likely that the Muslims will take over, or do you think it's much more likely that the West will step in and somehow stop this?
Even if I grant the argument for likelihood, it's still a false binary because you have admitted that there's other options which also could be utilized.
So you have just admitted that it is extremely likely in such a case that the Muslims will take over and reestablish a caliphate which is hell bent on fighting and oppressing. When the Jews are done, then the Christians are next. There was a saying in the Middle East which
do you think I support
first
Muslims?
the Sunday people, then first the Saturday people, then the Sunday people.
Don't filibuster, Ridvan. Do you think I support Muslims?
You are supporting them.
How?
You are supporting them by not supporting Israel. That's basically what you're doing.
Okay, then so by not supporting Israel, I'm supporting Muslims, right?
Yes, yes.
Then by not supporting Muslims, you're supporting Antichrist. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Does that make sense, Ridvan? No, it doesn't make sense, Ridvan.
It doesn't make any
because
sense.
It's a fallacious argument, Ridvan.
It doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense.
Because what you're suggesting, you think that the existence of Israel itself would lead, because of certain plans, certain conspiracy theories, to the rise
What's
of
the conspiracy theory? Let's go through
a planning of the Antichrist to come. Because of
What's
this,
the conspiracy theory?